Hi, this is Rachelle with Scrapcraftastic, and I am about to make a insert for my personal size traveler's notebook out of this Printable personal size week on 2-page calendar that's part of my designer series. So the inserts are, I try to design them so that they can be used for either a binder system or as traveler notebook inserts. So I am going to make an insert for my traveler's notebook. I've already printed out some of the monthly views and I printed them double-sided. I did that manually, and I left one sheet that is not double-sided, and that's going to be my outside page. So when it's folded, the outside page will be blank. And I think that, yeah, that will give me complete months. So basically I printed three pages front and back, 3 sheets front and back, and then one sheet just one single side, and left the other side blank. So now I am going to trim off the excess. And let's see, I'm going to do 2 at a time. I printed this on 32-pound paper. I didn't realize I used such a heavy paper, but that's fine since these are only the monthly views. It's not going to be a big insert. It's just going to be something thin. I demonstrated this in another video on how to cut Scrapcraftastic planner inserts. So I'm just going to go on and cut through this. And because I'm using these as traveler's notebook inserts, I'm not going to cut the center cut. I'm just going to line up and cut my outside cuts. And because each page of personal size traveler's notebook is 3 3/4 inches, I know that I doubled that, and my insert should be 7.5 wide by 6, and then 6.5 inches long. So let's go ahead and cut this stack out. Okay, one thing I forgot. The personal size traveler's notebook inserts, okay, I cut this one at using specifically the cut marks. That would make these 6 3/4 inches long. That is the size of personal size insert for a binder. Like, let me get my binder out. Like this binder here with stuff falling out of it. So a standard personal size insert for this size binder is 3 3/4 by 6 3/4. The cut marks on these inserts are for standard size binder. If you want them to fit, I've adjusted the design. The design will also fit traveler's notebook size inserts, which are 3 3/4 wide by 6.5 inches long. So I cut this one at 6 3/4 inches. I need to cut this at 6.5 inches. So basically you can either cut 1/8 of an inch off the top, or 1/8 of an inch off the top and bottom, or you can just cut 1/4 inch off the bottom, because there's enough wiggle room at the bottom to still give you a nice margin. So I just chopped that extra 1/4 inch off the bottom. So what we have here, I know that's confusing. What we have here is a traveler's notebook personal size insert. And really, depending on how picky you are, you could probably fit these. No, that would still be too big. So yeah, you'd have to cut that 1/4 inch off. Okay, so I got my inserts. I need to fold them in half, and I need to decide what kind of cover I want for them. Okay, I'm back. I paused there for a minute because I had the idea that I did not want to cut up any of my papers. So I made a cover and printed it on some cardstock. So now I'm going to go ahead and cut my cover out. And I will be offering these covers as well with the inserts. So you can use them as inserts for your binder or your traveler's notebook, and you already have a cover to go with it. And as you can see, it's pretty easy. Just cut at the cut marks, and since this is the traveler's notebook version, I'm going to cut it a little bit shorter at, instead of 7.5 inches or 6 3/4, it needs to be 6.5. So do I want to, I think I'm going to cut 1/8 of an inch off the bottom and 1/8 of an inch off the top for this one. Maybe. I don't know. Let's do it that way. And then I'm going to need my scoreboard, which is buried under a stack of planners and papers. And I'm just going to score this in the middle at 3 3/4, make it easier, make a cleaner fold. And I also printed the notes page on the inside, so I wouldn't just have blank insides. So I'm not going to score these pages. I probably should, but I'm not going to. I'm just going to go ahead and fold them. And just use my bone folder to crease them. Put them together like a booklet. This is the problem. If you, okay, this is the last one. If you do a thicker booklet or insert booklet, then with each page you'll have more and more of this bit of overhang, and you could cut that off eventually with a blade. I am probably not going to worry about that. That's about 1/8 of an inch overhang. I don't think I'm going to worry about it. So this would fit into this just like that. And maybe I should have printed something on the back side of the first page, but oh well, too late now. Yeah, I might cut that off. If you can see there, see how it hangs out a little bit? That's because with each width of the paper, the thickness of the paper, it butts out of the cover. I don't know what that's called, but it's like an overhang. It's gonna show. And I just happen to have, next thing to do is staple this. I just happen to have a long arm stapler. But I think you could do the same thing with a regular standard size stapler. But what you would do is open to the middle of your document. And this has a measure on it, but I'm going to do a test because I can never tell where this thing is in the middle. So yeah, you can like just fold a test piece of paper with your stapler to try to determine where to line your crease up with on your stapler. I can't do that this way. And this also has a ruler on it, but I don't think it's quite right, and it only goes up to as low as 4 inches. It doesn't even do 3 3/4. So we're going to have to do my least favorite thing and eyeball it. Is that straight? Oh, it's close enough. And then you kind of just maybe about an inch from the edge, staple that. Great. Okay, so it's stapled. We fold it, and I'm going to clean up my edge a little bit. I probably regret this, but let's give it a shot. Shall we? Okay. So, light, repeated strokes just to clean up that little overhang. And I think that does it. And there we have a insert for, I could take these out for now until I decide where I want to put everything. So we've printed and cut an insert for the personal size traveler's notebook. And again, these same directions would apply to any size. Yep. So nice. Let's put one of these back in here. So there you have it. Thanks for watching. Bye.